Coming up on City Beat, with more and more people wanting to live downtown, the demand is on the rise for affordable housing. We'll show you the newest apartment complex set to open in 14 months, right next to the entertainment district. Plus, we'll tell you about an app that is growing in popularity. It's like a high-tech neighborhood watch. Find out why many communities are finding it's helping them fight crime while getting to know their neighbors a little better. And firefighters and paramedics can't save lives if they put their own in jeopardy behind the wheel. We'll take you to the driving course our first responders must master every year that puts speed and safety to the test. Hi, everybody. Welcome to City Beat from Fremont East. I'm your host, Nancy Byrne. You know, many years ago, this was established as the entertainment district in Las Vegas, and it just continues to grow and become more successful. But as any city leader will tell you, in order to have a successful downtown, you don't just need places for people to play and work, you need places for people to live. Now, you might think with some of our residential towers, such as Jewel, the Ogden, and the Lofts, we'd be in good shape. But as more and more people want to move downtown, moderate pricing is key. And moderate pricing is exactly what interested residents will get when they're handed their key to the brand new 9 Fremont in 14 months. Downtown Las Vegas has taken on a life of its own. The energy and excitement here continue to grow, and that is now prompting a desire by many who want to live in the same thriving community where they work and play. There are several high-rise options, but they typically carry high price tags, and most are already full. The demand now is for moderate-priced housing.
We are very, very excited to launch this project today. It's been something that has been much needed in this area.
Enter Downtown Project and their latest venture, Fremont 9. The complex is expected to only take 14 months to complete, and when it's done, there will be 231 units of high-style but moderately priced apartments on Fremont and 9th Streets, cozied right up next to the Fremont East Entertainment District. At this groundbreaking ceremony, those who had a hand in making this a reality say they hope it's the beginning of more similar developments.
I believe as you look back in the history of downtown Las Vegas redevelopment efforts, you'll see today will be a turning point. Somewhat to have a ripple effect throughout downtown from a residential development perspective. I believe this will give an opportunity for other developers to see the ability to bring such a kind of a unique mixed-use project to us.
Mayor Carolyn Goodman joked that she might even be in the market for a Fremont 9 unit.
And as I understand it, there are going to be 231 units in this complex, and 1, 2, and 3 bedroom apartments. I'd like to reserve one just in case Oscar and I fight.
To wrap up the celebration, boards that will be used in the construction of the complex were signed and will be displayed like artwork when the project is completed. Zappos CEO Tony Hsieh, Councilman Bob Coffin, who represents this area, Mayor Goodman, and others literally signing off on yet another great downtown project. Once again, 9 Fremont is slated to open in about 14 months. Well, speaking of residential areas, something that's becoming very popular in residential communities across the city is a new app, fairly new app, called Nextdoor. It enables neighbors to look out for each other. Jennifer Davies tells us now why it is becoming so popular.
Nextdoor is a private social network for neighborhoods. 20,000 city residents are currently using Nextdoor in more than 300 neighborhoods across the city.
I realized that my neighborhood had a great opportunity to become better communicators. It gives a great sense of community involvement for my particular neighborhood, and we really enjoy it.
93% of us agree that it's important to know your neighbors. From sharing information about community sales to helping a neighbor in need, local neighborhoods say there's numerous benefits to staying connected and sharing information. From the suburbs all the way downtown, Nextdoor is really catching on.
We send alerts for crime and safety. We post events for upcoming neighborhood meetings and social gatherings. It's been a great communication tool.
This very neighborhood was helped by using Nextdoor to report a suspicious individual.
And sure enough, Metro called me back a few minutes later and said, we found the individual. We've actually had to arrest him. He has some warrants and he's mentally unstable. So thank you for reporting him.
After one family suffered the loss of a loved one, this neighborhood rallied to give them a helping hand.
One of our neighbors went on and was able to let us know what had happened. And of course, it was a huge part. We wanted to do something for his family. So we were able to come together.
Next Door may have started out as a high-tech neighborhood watch, but it's clear when you hear stories like this that it's really bringing people together.
It's nice to be able to have that connection. I can still meet my neighbors and I can see somebody and then I say, hey, I saw you on Next Door, and we can talk and form friendships and have that sense of community.
To see if your neighborhood is using Next Door, simply go to nextdoor.com. For City Beat, I'm Jennifer Davies.
Thank you, Jennifer Davies, for that story. Well, we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to share with you a video that was shown at an international convention showing off just some of the coming attractions in downtown Las Vegas. Congratulations to the City of Las Vegas Employee of the Month, Rick O'Brien, from our Building and Safety Department. Nevada is the third most seismically active state over the last 150 years, behind California and Alaska. In the event of a major earthquake in Las Vegas, our building inspectors need to quickly access damaged buildings to make sure everyone is safe in our city. At the same time, it's crucial they stay in contact with the city's Emergency Operations Center. Now, to accomplish both of these goals, Rick took it upon himself to develop an emergency plan so the city is prepared if we ever suffer a major earthquake. Rick researched and spearheaded the city's acquisition of a mobile field office that can be used in emergency situations, right where the damage has occurred. Rick worked closely with many city departments to make this mobile field office a reality, but it was his initiative and dedication to our residents' safety that made the mobile office a reality. Congratulations to Rick O'Brien, our City of Las Vegas Employee of the Month. Welcome back to City Beat from downtown Las Vegas, an area of our city that continues to grow and revitalize. As a matter of fact, we here at KCLV TV were put in charge of producing a video for our Department of Economic and Urban Development. They showed it at a convention targeting the shopping center industry, a convention attended by some 36,000 people. It clearly illustrates our growth. We called it Coming Attractions. There's a whole lot of new in what used to be referred to as the older area of Las Vegas. Of course, we're talking about the monumental redevelopment of downtown Las Vegas, which is located just a few miles north of the Las Vegas Strip. But if you think it's too late to be part of the Renaissance, think again. We're just getting started. Let's just take a look at some of the projects that are on the verge of coming to life in downtown Las Vegas. And there's no better place to show off the city's coming attractions than right here. Under construction here at 3rd and Gas Streets is a $20 million multi-entertainment complex called Eclipse.
And what you got behind me is an 8-theater complex that will be showing all first-run movies. We're going to have 2 bars, a restaurant, some private indoor golf suites on the first floor to enjoy indoor golf in the air-conditioned climate. And we'll also have a luxury lounge and an outdoor patio for you to enjoy a drink on the patio overlooking downtown Las Vegas.
This is the type of golf simulator that will be going inside Eclipse. Just tee off and watch the screen to see if you hit the green or the water. All while eating and drinking nothing but the best, and nothing like you'd normally find on the course snack cart or movie theater concession stand.
We'll have servers taking those orders. We're also going to be offering high-end food, things as Wagyu sliders, truffle fries, cocktails, a little bit of everything.
Chris Hazelton and his business partner, Nick Steele, have been working on the concept for 2 years now, and both agreed downtown Las Vegas was the place to premiere this project.
Things that are going down here, there's been people here, it's growing, we want to be a part of the good vibe.
Which brings us to more coming attractions. Welcome to Venice, which is the name that will go on this office and retail project on California and Casino Center Drive when it's completed.
We have a new construction restaurant, office, and retail space going in right behind us. We have about 15,000 square feet in the building. The second story right now is going to be office, and the bottom story, which is going to be about 5,000 square feet, will be retail and restaurant space.
It's going to be breakfast. It's going to be a breakfast restaurant. They'll be open 24 hours a day.
Zachary Dickmeyer and Jordan Minarsik say the building is already about 75% pre-leased, but they do have some other projects in the works in that same area of downtown Las Vegas. Just around the corner from Venice is currently the Rat Trap, soon to be a restaurant. It's a pretty sure bet they'll be changing that name.
We've been talking with a company that is super passionate about being down here and want to do a restaurant down here.
A perfect fit being directly across the street from these two downtown hot spots, Makers and Finders and Hop Nuts Brewing. Also in the works?
So the bottom floor of the attic will be a bottle shop and a restaurant. So the bottle shop will be selective bottles, wine and beer that you'll be able to try and then take with you. The restaurant will be kind of an American tapas style. The names are coming.
Meanwhile, at the corner store next to Buffalo Exchange at 1201 South Main Street, Los Angeles-based restaurant, bar, and nightclub entrepreneur Chris Pike is opening Tacos Huevos. It's a breakfast and lunch eatery that he hopes will eventually be open 24 hours a day. In this area, this is also something coming, some badly needed residential space.
We've got a project on the corner of Charleston and 3rd, where the old Mona Lisa is located. That entire corner is being dozed, and there is a big project going right there. Right now it's set up to be 64 units of apartments.
They plan to have about 2,000 square feet of retail space in that complex as well. Zachary and Jordan say when it came to building, there was no question where they would make their mark.
The passion down here is just incredible that you get from the small business owners, from the consumers that are down here, coming down here to visit. The passion for Las Vegas and for downtown is just incredible.
And they're not alone in their love for downtown Las Vegas. More and more people want to live downtown, and currently there are not enough market-rate residential rentals to keep up with the demand. Downtown Project, a private urban revitalization entity, just celebrated the groundbreaking of this 231-unit complex. It's a coming soon beautiful property located near the entertainment district on Fremont Street. But still, more residential opportunities are needed. John Tippins, who manages high-rise residential towers Jewel and the Ogden, says the Ogden is converting back to for-sale units only. Jewel's 341 units are rental for now, but it's 100% occupied. And when a unit opens up, there's a waiting list to get in.
The biggest need is smart housing. And when I say smart, it's the right size floor plans. It's a rental property. It's within access to other amenities that aren't, like this community here has, 50 things that you can walk to. And so the customer is willing to pay for that.
Meanwhile, he's just keeping busy giving people even more reasons to desire downtown living. The ground floor of Jewel is now filling up with entertainment venues.
Here at Jewel, we opened Classic Jewel, different spelling, but it was our first little jazz bar in downtown and has been a tremendous success for the building and for the community.
Also recently opened here, Le Feu. The owners of this establishment have several other Las Vegas restaurants, one also in the downtown area.
I think the real story there is that this isn't their first opportunity in downtown, that they had such good success with La Tai and then Bocho that they felt the need to open a new concept that didn't exist in downtown, which was Le Feu.
And the once empty space on the other end of Jewel's ground floor will soon be home to another restaurant, Greens and Proteins, a combination fast food, health food restaurant. More coming attractions can be found in the Arts District. We caught up with Michael Park, a broker developer in the Arts District. He believes every successful city has a cultural district.
My primary focus is redevelopment of the core, which includes the Arts Factory, Art Square, Mission Linen, and the new development on Main Street called First and Main. That space will be about 19,000 square feet. It'll be a mix of creative office, galleries, typical retail for kind of a cultural district type retail, and restaurants, and probably some nightlife.
He says some leases are already signed for that project, and they are in talks with a couple of different restaurants. Michael Park has confidence in the direction of the Arts District. He works primarily with the Kermani family, developers with a rich history of redevelopment in downtown Los Angeles. Jonathan Kermani heads up the Las Vegas venture.
Obviously, we're a different animal altogether. We don't have 17 million people surrounding our downtown, but there's an opportunity here, and he just wants to be a part of that.
Our next and final coming attraction takes us slightly out of the downtown area to what many consider our hometown shopping center, Meadows Mall.
Meadows Mall is a very community-driven and community-focused property. We love the community, and the community loves us.
And the community is bound to love what's coming down the pike for their mall.
So we're very excited to announce that we're going to be opening our new store here in Las Vegas in the Meadows Mall.
Carissa is coming to Las Vegas. There are 9 other stores in California and Arizona, but this will be their first store in Nevada.
In the Meadows Mall, we're extremely excited because for our business model, we believe that we have the perfect location for us.
When I think of Curacao, I think of electronics, home goods, and a very high focus on customer service.
Chris White says this store and its products are a perfect fit for Meadows Mall and is exactly what the nearby community has been looking for.
And we're very excited about this store because we believe this could be the new format in which we can expand to the future to other areas. So this store is extremely important for us, and we need it to be very successful for that reason.
Being able to announce this new anchor store gives Chris confidence in continued growth and improvements, not only at the mall, but to the entire neighborhood.
I'm extremely excited about the future of Meadows Mall and the area surrounding Meadows Mall. I've been at this property for a year, and the transformation I've seen in the surrounding area is just phenomenal.
Those are just a few of the coming attractions for the city of Las Vegas, particularly in the downtown area. But it's not the end. If you would like information on what's available downtown, in fact, all over our city, you can contact the Department of Urban Development at 702-229-6551. Something else that's really growing downtown is public art, and the latest installation can be found right behind me at the Mob Museum. The Museum of Organized Crime and Law Enforcement is a piece of art in itself. This former post office and federal courthouse was beautifully rehabilitated with the purpose of housing what we now know as the Mob Museum in downtown Las Vegas. So it was only a matter of time before outdoor art would make its way to one of the larger blank walls outside the building. The idea came from a stroll taken past some of the city's public art by Jonathan Ullman, executive director for the museum, and Brian Paco Alvarez, art curator and historian for Zappos.
And we were reflecting on all the amazing public art projects that have taken foot down here, and amazing artwork, largely since the time that Zappos moved into the former City Hall headquarters. And I had remarked to Paco about how much we would love to be able to beautify our surrounding grounds. And so it was right at that moment that I could see the light bulb go on with Paco.
That light bulb had a name, artist Miguel Hernandez. Paco promised to come back with some ideas from Miguel, and that's how this mural was born.
It was mere hours later that I got an email from Paco with the first rendering of the amazing, what we refer to as the classy garage that is behind all of you.
A classic garage that houses a 1933 Rolls and a 1933 Duesenberg. At the ceremony featuring the mural and the artist, Alvarez spoke not only of Hernandez's talent, but of the inspiration he has had on the Zappos family of employees and so many others in and around our city.
Miguel, you're a gem of a human being to work with. You have inspired a lot of employees to also create. We have an amazing art program where we invite artists from the local community, regionally, internationally, and a lot of that inspiration is because of you.
In fact, to put it more succinctly,
you're just cool. Thank you, everyone.
Mayor Carolyn Goodman presented a proclamation that had the entire crowd cheering for their beloved artist.
Hereby proudly proclaim today, May 16th, 2016, as Miguel Hernandez Day in the city.
A proclamation he humbly shared with the community.
This day, it doesn't belong to me. It belongs to a lot of people. It belongs to Paco, Zappos, everyone out here. Yeah, it's not just for me. It's for us, for the community, it's for Las Vegas. So thank you so much for this day. I really do appreciate it.
We're going to take another break, and when we come back, when you're a paramedic or firefighter, getting to an emergency can be just as challenging as the duties you perform when you get there. We'll take you to some of the extensive training they go through to drive.
Hey, Hard, what's this?
That's my resignation letter.
You're resigning.
Why? Because you're constantly ignoring me. You're half as active as you used to be, and you get stuff like this. You've been putting me under a lot of pressure lately. That's why I'm ready to quit.
I forgot. I'll do better.
Please, don't quit on me. Okay. But remember, it's not what you say, it's what you do.
Listen to your heart. Don't let it quit on you.
Let's go for a walk.
Uncontrolled high blood pressure could lead to a stroke, heart attack, or death. Get yours to a healthy range before it's too late.
Welcome back to City Beat. We've been hopping around all over downtown for this show, and we thought we would just end at City Hall. You know, there is a misconception among many that the city of Las Vegas actually runs the schools in our city, when that's actually the job of the Clark County School District. However, in 2014, the Clark County School District Superintendent Pat Skorkowski put out a call for all entities across the county to work together to keep our kids in school. Now, the city of Las Vegas welcomed that challenge, but it had actually been working toward that goal for many years. And it seems like our efforts are finally being recognized on a local and national level. Here's more on those recent accolades, our new department dedicated to education, and the woman who heads it up, Dr. Lisa Morris-Hibbler. When it comes to caring for our kids, Las Vegas is a very giving community. From local businesses like TELUS donating computers to schools, to city employees taking the time to read to children during Nevada Reading Week, to the many community events promoting reading, such as Flip Through Summer. The city of Las Vegas has always answered the call to be an outstanding partner in education, to keep our kids in school and provide them with the tools to succeed, and we are not letting up on that mission. In fact, earlier this year, a department was formed under the leadership of Dr. Lisa Morris-Hibbler here in our city called Youth Development and Social Innovation.
And I'm really grateful to the City of Las Vegas for really stepping up and taking on a role in educational support.
Dr. Morris-Hibbler says she hopes residents understand that the city does not run schools. That's the job of the Clark County School District. But Las Vegas has and will continue to provide support to our schools and students in a variety of other ways.
Make sure that people understand that education is really important to the city of Las Vegas, and not only for the reasons people think, which is the K-12 education system, which really is the primary responsibility of the Clark County School District, but for other things, the pre-K, and making sure that we have summer learning programs and out-of-school time programs, and then also our community, our social innovation around our Mayor's Faith Initiative and the Latino Network. So the department has many functions, all of which is to strengthen our community.
Here are just a couple of other programs making a difference in education. Downtown Achieves, which reaches out to designated schools in the city that need a little extra assistance. This is one of Downtown Achieves' activities called Piggy Bank. It teaches children the importance of managing and saving money, lessons that are often taken home to their parents. Safe Key is another outstanding before and after school program that provides a safe environment where children exercise, get help with their schoolwork, and even get nutritious meals and snacks. In fact, the city is proving to be a true community partner in many ways, so much so, the organization Communities in Schools Nevada, which strives to keep kids in school, recently recognized Dr. Morris-Hibbler as a Civic and Public Partner of the Year.
And I was honored and humbled at the same time. This work, I think that people do it because they're passionate about it. It's never ending, there's no breaks, because you're always trying to make sure that you're aligning resources and partners, and it really is a community effort.
She says the city has always been passionate about education, but certainly welcomed the challenge recently put out by Clark County Superintendent Pat Skorkowski, a challenge to work together to improve our schools.
And I was so thankful in 2014 when Superintendent Pat Skorkowski made his community call to action, because what that did was it opened the door for partners such as the City of Las Vegas to say, you know what, we're in it with you. We want the same thing that you want, and that's, to ensure that our kids are successful.
She feels the accolades will continue. This year, Las Vegas is a finalist in the All-America City competition, an honor never bestowed upon a Nevada city before. She feels our strides in education have a lot to do with this distinction.
This year's theme was to ensure that all young people were successful in school and life. And I think that just speaks volumes to the work that we've been doing in our community. You know, people know us for the Strip, but we're so much more than that.
So it's not too late to let the All-America City folks know that Las Vegas is the best. Dr. Morris Hibbler says go to our city Facebook page, use the hashtag SendCityToSuperCity and the hashtag AAC and let them know why Las Vegas should be the winner, and we will find out in mid-June if in fact we are. Well, we've been doing some stories lately following the current class of Las Vegas Fire and Rescue through their training. We were with them on their first day, and right now we're going to take you to some pretty extensive training they have to go through before they can operate an emergency vehicle. Sue Levitt has that story.
Once you know that you're turning on this mirror, then you turn to this mirror, pick up that next cone in that mirror.
Chuck Stankowski is in charge of training our City of Las Vegas firefighters.
So it's all a matter of just picking up the cones in your mirror.
Today he takes us through the defensive driving courses created to help prepare firefighters to drive safely in emergency situations.
Set up kind of like a 3-lane highway, like a road, and then we put cones right in the middle, like there's an object or a car stops or an accident right in the middle of the intersection. They have to wait till we tell them to go left or right, and then they have to go around that object.
While these courses may look somewhat easy to maneuver, it's a little different once you're behind the wheel. Riding along with Chuck, he shows us how to get through all 6 courses without knocking over any of the cones.
This basically teaches them the parameters of the vehicle without hitting any cones, because they've got to go left, they got to swing right, back left again, and they're going to make a big J-hook, just kind of like a question mark.
The first course is called the Serpentine and designed to help drivers navigate around fixed objects, teaching steering wheel and speed control.
They're going to go around these objects, maintaining the speed.
Once the drivers are comfortable maneuvering through the first couple of courses, they're challenged a bit more with some tougher obstacles.
On the streets, we'll run into a lot of drivers that may not be aware of how to act around ambulances or engines, and we have to be able to do invasive maneuvers to avoid accidents. And that's what we're learning here, is just driving techniques.
The recruits have practiced and pretty much mastered the 6 courses separately, but now is when the fun and competition comes into play. Now what they're doing is going through all 6 courses together and seeing who can do this in the best time.
Ready, set, go!
It's definitely nerve-wracking. You know, your blood pressure's up a little bit. You want to make a good time.
All of the recruits successfully finished the final course with the challenge of trying to achieve a better time than Chuck and the other instructors. And although none of the recruits could beat their instructors, they did come pretty close. In fact, they came within seconds, but most importantly, all are now certified to properly operate city emergency vehicles.
So once you get out of the academy and onto the floor, take these skills that we teach you and then practice them every day you drive that rescue.
For City Beat, I'm Sue Levitt.
Our firefighters are required to take that course and, of course, pass it once a year. Thank you, Sue Levitt, for that story. Well, that does it for this edition of City Beat. Thank you so much for joining us. As we go to close, we're going to take you to the Southern Nevada Law Enforcement Memorial Ceremony. We want to thank Steve Krupe and all of Metro for providing us the video.
Tonight's ceremony is but a small gesture in recognition of the enormous sacrifice made by the 34 members of law enforcement that died in service to Southern Nevada.
For all of you who've been touched and lost somebody you love so desperately, you're touched every day by the sunshine and the wind and the rain, and the clouds, and the beauty of every life day that we get.
For the family members who are here to honor their loved one, we realize your sacrifice and the burden that your loss bears. We are forever in your debt.